I met a guy in New Jersey once, and I told him this story, and this is true, and it involves Hannah. Whenever Hannah was just a little teeny tiny baby, we had one of those carry-all things, you know, that you put your kids in. And me and Hannah and her mama come home from church, and I had this deaf Great Dane named Newman. And it sounds so impossible that you know it has to be true. Newman was blue-eyed, and I named her Newman because she looked like Paul Newman. She had white hair and blue eyes, prettiest dog. Couldn't hear a lick. Could not. I mean, you could shoot a gun at her ear, she'd just look at you. So I built this house, and warm weather, had the windows open. Hannah and her mom pulled in, and Hannah was in a little carry-all thing, you know. And they pulled in, and I opened the gate to let them up, you know, let them through the driveway. Well, I walked on up, and I looked through the kitchen, through the bottom kitchen window. I built the house, and I saw Newman would lay in between the kitchen cabinets. She had skewed herself back in there. She's 110 pounds. Whenever she stood up on her hind legs, she was taller than me. Huge, gigantic dog. And Hannah's mother would constantly, was convinced, I should say, that Newman was going to get better. Well, Newman was never going to get better. She was born deaf. She was going to die deaf. But Hannah's mama would jingle keys and say, Newman, Newman. And she was constantly testing this dog's hearing. It never got any better. So I got out of the car, you know, and I opened the gate, and they pulled through. Here's Hannah. She's a couple of months old. She's doing the carry-out thing. And so Becky and Hannah came through the back door, and Newman was laying underneath this one, and I walked up, and I'm looking. Well, sure enough, right on cue, you know, Hannah's mama tries to see if Newman's going to hear. So she walks over, jingle, 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 jingle. Newman. Jingle, 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 jingle. Newman. And Hannah's sitting on the pool table behind her. This is another one of those times in your life whenever you've got two choices. You can do the right thing and go in the house and say, that dog's never going to hear, or right at that instant, they say you smell sulfur when the devil shows up. That's not true. Right at that instant, something just convinced me, make her think that dog can talk. So she's all bent over, jingle, 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 jingle. And it's dark outside, you know. Jingle, 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 jingle. Newman. So I put my hands up to the screen and I went, why? I now understand how James Brown can dance the way he does. She scooted backwards, left my daughter sitting there. This had a lot to do with why we're no longer married. She left my young'un sitting there with this possessed, what she believed to be a possessed talking dog, ran screaming up the steps, and I was laying out in the front yard laughing. This 110-pound dog just sleeping away and everything. Nothing ever happened. Let me warn you that, see, view my life as an example of what not to do. And again, I said it even in the opening paragraph of this book. Some of you live your life as an example of what not to do. That's me. Whenever faced with this choice of either doing the right thing or let's have a little fun, you're probably better off just to let it go. You know, laugh with yourself and say, "Ooh, wouldn't it have been funny if I had a, you know, eggs?" And then let them go their way. Let them just